We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Tonight we polish off Week 10 with a good Monday night matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. In motion comes the tight end left. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw, Corral. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Corral. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Corral. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
19, they'll try for the first with Walker. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. throw once again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think...
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His sixth touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He completes it to Jones. Pushes past him. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of...
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 33. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Corral. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Third down, Corral. He's got his tight end Fant. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Corral. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Third down, Corral. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Well, if they can execute the run-pass option like that, it puts the defense in a really, really tough spot.
The running ability of Kyler Murray makes defensive coordinators and players crazy because essentially now you have an extra running back there. So if he keeps it, you've got a problem. If he hands it inside, you're probably not ready for it because you have all your focus back on number one.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Steps away to his left. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Boye Mafe. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play. They're getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick 6.
Yeah, he's trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result, not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Flush to his right. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Good catch and excellent creation of a big play downfield. I can guarantee you this. That's not a play this defense was practiced against in the days leading up to this game.
Murray to air it out again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. And that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. He juked him. And able to work his way down to the 16. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. And Corral will throw it. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Matt Corral, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Seahawks take a 3-touchdown lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it's now 21-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one, no gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner, and that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
Now it's Lockett. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Corral looking to pass. Second down. That's caught out left by Perriman. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. This is taken at about the 14. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 2nd and 9, Murray. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw, it's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Jet sweep to start the drive. A nice little juke. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have the chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane. And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Corral here, working from the gun. Being chased out left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play. 2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack, but he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now. Touchdown! An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks continue to pull away here in this first half. Elliott good on the extra point, and it is 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.